to the sky, fly so high, dive back down, burning, move so fast, I go right past your eye, dodging them bullets, they come at me with their teeth serrated, but they don't hurt me, superhero, cause I'm animated.
So, you can tell by the title, review, Minecraft movie, but with my face. It's weird recording myself talking to a camera, at least for the first time, but this movie is so ridiculously horrendous that I, who barely shows my face, decided to post a review of my thoughts. We try something new every day, and especially with how recent this movie dropped. Me and my brothers watched it yesterday, which I think people only watch this movie just to meme out of it. What? Hey!
This is a kids movie.
There's some negative space back there. We both know it. I'm trying to close the gap. Okay, now get ready. I'm gonna squeeze for your safety. I understand. Wow.
I think that's a little weird.
Ew. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Aww.
Don't worry. I'm gonna push it on fire with this water.
Water bucket.
Release! The first row, the worst view possible, but there was the only space open. It was intriguing, to say the least.
What's going on, Steve? It's some kind of sadistic Vindicator Fight Club. I've heard of these, but I've never seen one.
The movie overall, my brothers and I collectively agree 4 out of 10. There were a few good things that I personally liked. First off, mobs I actually enjoyed. Those being the creepers. They actually scared me a little, especially when they were in that cave. Jack Black and Jason Momoa in that cave. That was scary. Well, I guess not really scary, more creeped out. 2. The Enderman. Well, I guess Enderman, because there's only one in the movie. I actually like what they did with the Enderman's ability. It was very weird, but also very intriguing, because you don't see that mind manipulation ability in the games. The only thing what happens when you look at them is they attack you and be aggressive. But in the movie, they warp your mind, make you feel even more down, and then they attack. Talk about a good twist. I guess not twist, but a new thing to add on. The third mob, the Iron Golem. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the Iron Golems. It was weird, intriguing, and made me think of these guys. Especially the one with the boots of swiftness. That was weird, and I know that you can make different golems thanks to Terrorizer back in 2019, but the golems were really cool. And lastly, the dogs. Who isn't a sucker for the wolves in Minecraft? And character-wise, the little kid, he was 2 out of 10. I don't know. It was weird, to say the least. Jack Black? He was funny, memeable, and that's the only reason why people watched it if they weren't a little kid. Like, in my theaters, you can hear people clapping other than my brothers. Some people were standing up, some people were cheering and quoting the movie as well. I'm pretty sure, like, if you were to go into a movie that's, you know, the traditional way where people are silent and such, no one was silent. Everyone cheered at every meme. And it was just funny, to say the least. Jason Momoa, didn't like his character. But he isn't the worst, I'll give him that. He actually had some sympathy, so 2 out of 10 as well. Natalie, Emma Maya's character, I don't know. Me being an older brother, I can somewhat relate to her conflict. Like, you literally just go into a new world after you finding out your brother accidentally blew up part of your job. But it just felt a bit rushed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm jumping in between points. Back to the character, Emma Maya's character, Natalie. Besides Steve, that's probably the only name I can remember. She was decent. 4 out of 10, honestly. The woman who helped the kids move to the new house, 5 out of 10, honestly, actually. Honestly, the best character between the 5 protagonists, if I'm being honest. Like, sure, she's just there and knows stuff, but she kind of adds more to the plot, if I'm being honest. I'm not much of a book teller or a book writer like my brother, but looking at this from a viewing perspective, which happens to be me, it was weird, to say the least. And I don't know, I think she was the best character. The villains and plot, again, they felt like more, they felt more like Minecraft dungeons based on game theory. But also, there were some things that reminded me of the Alan Becker universe, weirdly enough. Like the main, the Piglin Witch's weapon reminded me of the King's Staff, the Orange King from Alan Becker Animation vs. Minecraft. And I feel like they took more of that storyline than that of Minecraft. Which, I'm so used to the lore established by MatPat, I kind of figured that as the canon. But with a Minecraft movie, we didn't even get to see the Ender Dragon. You know, like the main boss you fight at the end of the at the end of the game. So it's weird to say that this movie is a Minecraft movie, even though it's not. It's a movie related to Minecraft, but it's not. And I know, besides the 4 mods that I like, I also like some of the way the things were designed, especially with coming up with new ways to craft things that aren't even in the game. Like, that's cool. That was cool. I'm not afraid to say that was cool. But the design and some characters that are side characters are probably the only best part of this movie, other than teenagers like my brothers going into the movie only to meme it. Like I said earlier, most people watching it were there to meme it and then record and post it. So it was very funny, to say the least. It's also no. My least favorite thing about this movie, dear God, where do I even begin? The movie felt so fast. The pacing was just too quick and everything was moving so fast. Like, I said this to my brother, who showed me that they announced the movie a year ago on the release date, and I told him, because he was questioning how they got it right, I told him, I feel like that if a movie comes out on its release date within a year, it's a 50-50 chance of them trying or not trying, and this movie was definitely one that didn't try at all. Like, there were some good things, but it does not overweigh the negatives. It was just horrendous. And don't even get me started on that assistant principal. She was the worst part of the movie, in my opinion. There is no worse character other than her. She was just, I don't know, openly horny. She was openly horny and just desperate. I will admit, though, that the ending bit with the villager and her was a bit funny. But throughout the movie, I just could not stand that character. Props to the actor, but no, the character was, no, just get it out of here. I tried falling asleep every time that any scene with her appeared after the high school. That's how bad she was. And that's, I don't know if people liked her character still, not actor. I'm not dissing the actor, I'm dissing the character. Had to mention that because people can be choosy with words. But overall, this movie has its ups and downs. And I personally just, I don't know. There's a part of me that regrets spending $25 on this movie. But then there's a part of me that's enjoyed it and glad to watch it. And even though Snow White is the worst movie so far, I feel like Minecraft is competing with that, but it's only better because of how many people memed it and how many people went to watch it just to meme it in theaters. You've probably seen this in YouTube videos, but everyone just kept clapping.
Whoa, you some kind of king?
Techno, please!
That's a legend. Kid, anything you can dream about here, you can make. Zero limits. You know what I'm talking about. That was your power, right?
Yeah.
Away from the pretty killer for a first build.
Chicken jockey! Doesn't know what she is. They stood up and clapped at every meme part or every even near the end. So overall, I give this movie a 4 out of 10. I would not watch it again unless it's with friends who are willing to suffer along with me. Bye.
Dodging them bullets, they come at me with their teeth serrated, but they don't hurt me. superhero, 'cause I'm animated.
Even going off of a script. I'm just expressing my thoughts.